I'm actually going to go before Joe.
Okay. This is Paula Gloria Martin.
Thank you. And your name?
Lynn.
Lynn. Thank you. Several years ago, I came before most of you. I'm not sure if Lynn was here or if Laura was here. But my lawfully wedded mate and I, we were married at St. Mark's Church, December 22nd, 2010. We were very enthusiastic to start a series of musicians at Shai Wu's Harmony Cafe, and the theme was Free All Marijuana Prisoners. Shai Wu was told that somebody at the town board said, if he continued to allow these musical events, that the liquor license would be taken away. Now, today I am working on a tumor in my breast. The cancer profile is that the cancer person tends not to have a voice. So several years ago, I stood before you and I said, who told Shai Wu that if he allowed these musical events to happen with the theme of Free All Marijuana Prisoners, would his liquor license get taken away? I was pleased that each one of you answered that you hadn't told this to Shai Wu. So today I'm saying welcome back, Jeremy. And I want to say to all of you, I want to have a more loving, productive relationship with you as human beings, and I want us to be seen as human beings so that we feel that our needs, our real needs, are being represented. And so along those lines, I would like to say, Ken Pence, I see you're a man in a red shirt. Do you see before you a natural woman, Paula Gloria Barton, standing before you in a pink shirt? Do you, Ken Panza, see a natural woman before you?
No, please don't interrogate.
I'm asking him.
No interrogating the board.
I'm just
asking.
asking.
If he wishes.
Okay, several years ago, I asked who told Shai Wu that his liquor license would be taken away.
Ken wasn't on the board then, so.
I remember corresponding with you, Ken.
Actually, I was on the board then. I remember the conversation. I
And do you
remember I had
remember?
no conversations with Shai Wu.
And you said that you
Yes.
never told him that his liquor license would be taken away, right?
Right.
Do you see me standing before you, a natural woman?
I'm not sure where this is going.
Do you, Bill McKenna, see a natural woman
Yeah,
standing
wait a
before
second,
you?
please.
Jeremy, do you see
No,
a
I
natural
don't.
woman? You
This
don't?
one, no.
Okay, that's it.
I mean-
Case rested. Jeremy Wilbur does not see a natural woman standing
No, I
before
don't.
him. Thank
I'm
you.
not ashamed to admit it. But listen, all seriousness, I do wish you well with your, I hope that works out.
Well,
That I do see.
It's clear I don't have a voice.
Well, no, you do have a voice.
You're definitely emphasizing what the cancer profile is.
No,
I'm not
maybe
recognized as a natural woman.
No, I think you are.
You
And
think
I'm sorry,
I am?
and I'm sorry if I was being glib.
You're sorry for your
I'm sorry if I was being glib. But I sincerely hope, and I mean this, I sincerely hope your health comes back and is restored.
If you're sincere,
I am.
then you're giving
You have
us-
no idea how sincere I am.
And you have no idea how I feel for your position, too.
Thank you.
So for that reason, I'm saying, is there one person on this board that sees before them a natural woman?
I'm sure we all do.
Do you or not?
Where are you going with this?
I just want a yes or
I mean,
no.
this isn't a game of charades.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Paul, it's a question that no one really understands.
No, I don't
Please
understand
accept our
that. Am I a
definitions,
natural
too.
woman too? I mean, I'm sitting up here listening.
I see
to
you
this.
as a natural woman, yes.
Well, that's
But many
wonderful.
times we've been frustrated why a natural woman would say one thing and then behave differently, and the PSC has 2 resolutions and many, many errors in the
Believe me,
notarization.
it's just as frustrating sitting up here listening to people call us names and you think it's okay. We all have that same issue of getting this stuff thrown at us that is not healthy for us. It's just the way it is. So I would like to see this be a much more caring relationship both ways.
But unless you see me as a natural woman, it's as if
Okay.
this conversation
Okay,
never
I
happened.
don't think we're going to give you satisfaction.
I'd like to, one of the points she was trying to make about a natural woman, our government and most of the governments see us as chattel, not as natural people. She was trying to get the board to recognize that we, all of us here, are natural people. We're not chattel, but that was just to add to her point. What I wanted to talk about was, what is the town board going to do about bringing the television studio up to, you know, Woodstock is looked at all over the world, and yet the internet, you can't get Woodstock TV. I was told by, I forget her name, one of the ladies involved with Ellen, that in order for us to be on the internet, it has to be paid for, and nobody's paying for it to be on there. Time Warner should supply that actually free because they have access to all the cable lines. And the other thing I'd like to bring up is the equipment there is in the worst shape. It's not user-friendly. Is the town board going to do something to bring that studio up so Woodstock Television, people in Woodstock can be proud of the television station they have?
We're going to do our best, Jim.
Okay, that's what we would like to see. Thank you.
Is that it?
The German Parliament's overwhelmingly approved a third bailout for Greece today, but it was only after hours of angry debate that saw leaders strongly criticised for their handling of the Greek crisis.
The way the leadership of the German government acts damages the cohesion in Europe and therefore damages Germany and its position in Europe.
Live then to Berlin, RT's Lizzie Phelan's covering this for us today. Emotions running high during that discussion. It was expected, and that's what happened.
Right, well, many German MPs have had to cut short their summer holidays to attend this emergency session today in the Parliament, the Bundestag, over a third bailout for Greece worth 86 billion euros. As you said, we saw some heated exchanges between government ministers and the opposition, but the German finance minister, Wolfgang Schäuble, described the deal as a new start in Greece.
In fact, the Greek government has made positive and fundamental changes in the last weeks, and it therefore would be irresponsible to not use this opportunity for a new beginning in Greece.
Mr. Schäuble, you again spoke about this wonderful redeeming 50 billion through privatization. Be honest, you can reasonably handle numbers. You should know yourself that there will never be 50 billion. What you're propagating here is pure wishful thinking. Just be more honest about what the IMF said. The IMF is right in this matter. We need debt relief.
Now, while the bailout deal was voted through the German parliament, this wasn't without yet more controversy, but this time amidst a rebellion from the German Chancellor Angela Merkel's own party, the Christian Democrats, to the extent that the Chancellor herself had to reschedule trips to Brazil and Italy in order to spend more time in Berlin to try to contain this rebellion. And today we saw 63 MPs from her ruling alliance vote no to a third bailout for Greece. So this is indicating a growing division in the ruling alliance, which will be seen as a blow by some to the Chancellor's reputation of invulnerability. Nevertheless, she still enjoys very high popularity levels amongst the German public after 10 years in office.
Yeah, Lizzie, thanks for the update there. Lizzie Phelan in Berlin. Well, in Greece itself, the ruling Syriza party has now approved a deal to hand over control of 14 airports to a German consortium. The contract's worth 1.2 billion euro and could last for up to 50 years. The deal was part of creditors' demands to secure that third bailout. But even that was harshly criticised by some German MPs.
We are talking about the privatization of Greece's public property for the benefit of Germany's public property. That's more than peculiar. The price is a fantastical dumping price.
The airports aren't the only things up for grabs in Greece right now either. Other travel hubs like ports and railways are also being sold off to raise more money. The national lottery and water utilities are a go as well. And what's seen locally as the most painful part, the country's islands. They've also got a price tag on them too. Well, economist Dr. Thorsten Pollitz with us now. He's an honorary professor at the Frankfurt School of Finance and Management. So thank you for taking the time to be with us. First of all, how surprised were you that at the end of the day there was an overwhelming yes at the Bundestag today?
One should never overestimate the wisdom of parliamentarians. The parliamentarians in the German Parliament have voted yes in 2010 for the first package for Greece, and they voted yes overwhelmingly for the second package, and now again they vote for another package which doesn't really does the trick, and I think further problems will occur.
Well, it's an ill wind that blows nobody any good, is that famous saying. And the opposition, of course, chipping in, saying, well, the German government actually stands to gain a lot by all this. For instance, Gregor Gysi said that Germany was earning, for instance, 100 billion euros from the Greek crisis because of favourable interest rate policy right now. Does he have a point? Is that all in the pot? I suppose it is, isn't it?
I don't think so. This so-called rescue policy does not really do the trick. The overall debt situation in Greece has become worse. In 2010, debt to GDP was around about 140%. Now it's close to 200%, despite a debt relief of more than 100 billion at the beginning of 2012. And it's simply wrong to expect that further credits, further rescue package as these will help Greece.
But is there anything actually in it for Germany? Is there anything in it for Germany, as I was saying there? I mean, most people that lend money, you always want something back. You always make something at the end of the day. And what's behind the scenes here for Germany?
I see. The Germans have extended credit by more than 100 billion, and these credits won't get repaid. I think it's pretty sure that Greece cannot service its debt, and the money is lost. And I don't think it makes much sense to come along and say, well, there are some benefits for Germany when it comes to this Greek rescue package.
What about Finance Minister Schäuble? Now, he was against the idea, but now seems to be supporting it. Why the change there?
There's strong international pressure being put on the German parliamentarians, I guess, and they are talked into agreeing to this third rescue package. But from an economic standpoint, it doesn't really make sense.
And I wonder if the IMF is going to say and take the similar kind of view that you are, that this third bailout doesn't make sense and therefore not back it. Are they going to back it? Because without that backing, it's kind of dead in the water, isn't it?
Yeah, I think behind the scenes they will prepare a kind of debt relief. Technically speaking, I think what we are going to see is an extension of credit maturities, which boils down effectively to a debt relief. But it's kind of camouflaged trick.
Doctor, thank you for your time, Dr. Thorsten Pollitt.
Thank you very much for having me on your show.